Choice Home Care and Hospice present Choices to Benefit the Aging with your host, Joe Urrutia.
Welcome to Choices to Benefit the Aging. I'm Joe Urrutia, Community Senior Service Coordinator for Choice Hospice and Home Health. Today's guest, we have Jody Robert, and our topic is the Bridge Program. Welcome to our program again,
Hey,
Jody.
Joe. Good to
Jody,
be here.
thanks for joining us today on Choices to Benefit the Aging. Jody, today I want to talk about your Bridge Program, and it's an exciting program for
Yes.
seniors out there. And this is being provided through Choice Health Services, correct?
That's correct.
What is this program?
The Bridge Program, we refer to it as an innovative healthcare program that's kind of like a navigation system. It's where we're helping patients and families in navigating through a chronic illness, chronic disease, and helping them to explore their care plan options, services, resources, and etc. But it's meeting them at their point of need and seeking to meet those needs through those services.
And how does this supportive care come in, and what is it that you provide?
Well, actually, there's a reason why we call it supportive care. There's a number of ways that palliative or comfort care can be described. And supportive care actually encompasses that, but a whole lot more. Supportive care starts at the moment that we have a diagnosis. And then treatments, therapies begin. And in this Bridge Program, when that patient is on home health, they can be a part of this Bridge Program even though their treatment and therapies are successful, their curative measure is working.
Okay.
If the patient has a decline, then we're involved with them there on the Bridge Program. So, but from diagnoses, treatment, therapies, palliative care, transition, and then even afterwards in working with the surviving family members. So all of that encompasses supportive care services.
Who are the team members in the supportive care team?
We work closely with the patient's doctor, ensuring that the plan of care is being followed. Also working with that doctor's nurses within their office or on their staff. And so just having a very good relationship, but also communication, so that all of us are working together to ensure that the patient is receiving the best care possible. Our team members that are involved with that is going to be the social workers, chaplains, but of course our home health staff is involved. But I guess one way of looking at it, Joe, is where the Bridge Program is a special added value service that Choice chooses to provide to the patients and their family members here in El Paso.
Okay.
Because what we simply want to do is this: meet patients and families at their point of need, and we want to deliver the services with excellence and with a heart of compassion and doing the very best that we can for them, and then providing education, information, resources. If we've got to help them coordinate with community type based resources that's going to to meet some needs that they have, then we're going to do that. Our commitment is to provide excellence in care and making sure patients and family members are taken care of.
Okay, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say I'm a caregiver and my parent has been newly diagnosed with diabetes. How would your bridge program services benefit my loved one who has just been newly diagnosed with diabetes?
Okay. In that scenario, the case manager with Choice Home Health would let the rest of the team know that we have this patient, and these are the needs that the patient has, and I want to see this patient on the bridge program. And then at that point, social workers, chaplains, we're going to get involved in providing those psychosocial services and making sure that their needs are being met.
What do you mean by psychosocial services?
Well, it's
Are you connecting them to resources in the community through your through your social worker, or?
well, it could be the services that the social worker and chaplain can deliver directly to the patient and family, or we may be connecting them with other resources in the community. It's based entirely upon their need,
Okay.
and how we can help them during that time.
And I think, Jody, do you think it's safe to say that a person has been newly diagnosed with diabetes or congestive heart failure, that the first thing that goes through their mind is they're going to fear, and how am I going to do this? How am I going to survive this? And they have many questions. Is this how the Bridge program can come in as a supportive staff through your chaplaincy, your spiritual care department, and your social services it's an added service to them to help them cope with this new disease?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, this enables a patient that if they've been diagnosed with a chronic illness or disease, it allows them to continue with their curative treatments and therapies while also having a psychosocial team of social workers and chaplains also involved. And so it doesn't mean that that this person has to be on hospice care to be on our Bridge program, or that it looks like they're soon going to be on it.
Okay.
It's to where we're serving to meet needs, serving to meet the needs.
Okay.
And
So it could be from newly diagnosed, like again, diabetes, congestive heart failure, COPD, to a chronic disease where the congestive heart failure has become chronic, but the patient is still not ready for hospice, but still your supportive Bridge team is still coming in there to help out.
exactly.
Is that correct?
You're right on with that, Joe. Another example would be, let's say we have a patient that's been diagnosed with cancer, and this patient wants to do chemotherapy or radiation as prescribed by their oncologist.
Okay.
And which is also a great time in placing that patient on home health, because then we have nurses tending to the patient. We can have them on physical therapy to help keep their strength up as they're going through that chemotherapy or radiation treatments. Also where you have a nurse there working with them, and that can work with that oncologist and the oncologist nurses, and making sure that that patient is being well taken care of during that time. But even at that point, we can still have our social workers and we can have our chaplains involved. And if that curative measure, and in this case chemotherapy or radiation, works, fantastic.
Okay.
Awesome.
The patient has received some clinical care, restorative care through your nurses, aides, and the physician, the direction of the physician, and then they've also received this emotional support through the spiritual care department and through the your social worker connecting them to other resources, correct?
Oh, exactly. And now let's say that for whatever reason, if that curative measure,
Yes, sir.
treatments or therapies don't work, and the patient declines, and then if we have to start looking more to hospice
On palliative services for
or
comfort.
palliative care, comfort care, then our goal is simple at that time, is to help that patient and that family, to begin to make that transition with hospice
What
care.
you said earlier, navigating at this point now, you're starting to
Yeah.
transition and navigate the patient
Yeah.
to.
And it's looking at designing that plan of care, that meets their needs, but also looking at their goals that they have, and how can we be a part of this patient and their family's life that helps to achieve these goals and the outcomes, that they desire, want, or that they're praying for, and where we can support that. We want to be realistic with it,
And I like that. I like that, Jody. The fact that you follow the patients through this navigation. That both teams are still coming together and
Yeah.
seeing them at this point where they were diagnosed and they got better. And you want patients to get better, but if they do make a turn for the worse or they get more chronic, that it's still the same team. There's no change in staff. I find that I like that. I mean, I think it's a lot easier for the patients and the family to be able to transition from one program to another.
Yeah, and with the social worker and myself as a chaplain involved, looking to to meet the needs that they have, those the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. Of course, we're tending to the physical because we do home health and hospice, but it's ministering, tending to the whole person, and mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically.
So the Bridge program, Jody, is home care, something that you have two services within your company. The company, which is through Choice, is Choice Home Care and Choice Hospice.
Correct.
And in between is the Bridge.
Bridge. Yep. So, and at any point in time, that patient can be on the Bridge, program with us. What we like to see happen is in our, assessments with that patient as we come into first contact with them, and those assessments and evaluation with home health, and really getting a good read on the needs that the patient has, having them a part of the Bridge program. So we also have social workers, chaplains involved, getting any other of our partners involved in the care, meeting of the needs that they have. And it's just making sure that our patients and families are well taken care of during that time. And just to be a part of that journey with them, and they know that they're not alone, and that they really got someone that is standing with them, walking with them, encouraging them, supporting them, cheering them on, and it's just there, really there. Because the old expression is, I don't care how much you know until I know how much you care.
That's true.
And so our goal, objective, but we are committed to providing excellence and care to our patients and their families.
Who pays for the supportive care services, Jody?
Well, as the patient is on home health services with us, all of their home health services are being paid for, through their Medicare benefit. So what we do with the bridge is a special added value service. We're not reimbursed for that. It's a part of what we do. It's our commitment to excellence. It's our commitment to taking care of patients and families. So it's a special added value service that we provide because we're committed to it, but most of all that we believe in it and that we're offering a service of enormous value to our patients and families during their time of need.
What sets you apart in the community with this program, with the Bridge program under Choice?
The program itself sets us apart. There are some providers that do home health and hospice, not many, but we are one of them where we have both home health and hospice, so we do have a continuum of care. The Bridge fills in that gap. We bridge that gap between home health and hospice to provide a true continuum of care from diagnosis to being discharged to the activities of daily living, or if the patient has decline, transitions into the hospice program and palliative care, and
it's the same team, no changes, just the same team. And no disruption of services.
That's right.
And that's how you navigate the patient.
That's right.
Jody, I'm going to just, I have an experience recently with a friend of mine. He was diagnosed with cancer, and the news to him came, it hit him hard. And now having to deal with the diagnosis, he's at a stage 4 now, and I'm having to go now through chemo, and he, he's explaining to me the process. And talking with him, I think the most scariest thing is that I was just diagnosed. I wish I had more supportive services, as far as now emotionally, and he's going through this emotional roller coaster ride, and it was just very sad. And I think this type of Bridge program would have served him, to bring in the clinical staff in and help him and try to restore him or get him a little bit better.
Right.
And through your Bridge program, bringing in the supportive staff to help him in that, what he's going through. I think he's having just a hard time with the just newly being diagnosed with the cancer. And do you think that this would be a good program for him?
Oh, without a doubt, because a thing that we would also do with that, Joe, it wouldn't only be the involvement of Choice in our team members and social worker and chaplain, but then we're also going to connecting to those resources within the community, of the support groups that exist for, a cancer patient like your friend, that support group that he could tap into to where he knows that he's not alone, in this, but to where he can really receive some support, some encouragement, instruction, education, from people in the field of oncology, also walking with other patients that are there. And one thing that we would seek to do in that process with him is to where he would know, I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this fight and in this battle against cancer. And that my oncologist, the oncology nursing staff, Choice Home Health,
the palliative care team,
the supportive care team, all involved, and that all of these people are here for me, to support me, to encourage me, to help give me guidance. If I just need someone just to be able to talk to or to vent, but that someone's going to be there to listen. But when I really need someone to shoot straight with me, then between the oncologists and the nurses, and looking at things with the clinical side of that as well. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, think that man is made up of mind and body, but we're not a dichotomy, we're a trichotomy. We're mind, body, and spirit. And so what we're seeking to do between our home health, hospice, but with the Bridge program, is to be able to minister to that total person.
And being holistic.
Holistic, exactly right.
Treating the three, and I agree with you.
And because that's that is a path, you know, to healing.
And that's interesting that you said that the mind, body, and spirit, and it sounds like the Bridge program is more of a holistic. You are coming in to treat the mind, body, and the spirit, and I like that. I think the holistic approach that the Bridge program through Choice is offering, and I appreciate that. Now, if a family member has a question about the program, can they always call Choice and ask to speak to someone and know a little bit more about the program?
Yeah, they can definitely call Choice, and you know, they can speak with any of the staff members. If they want to speak with a social worker, if they want to speak with one of the chaplains and receiving information, you know, about the Bridge program, we'll be happy to discuss that with them by phone. If there's information that they need, if they want us to send that by mail to them, or just to visit with them, we'll be more than happy to schedule an appointment, visit with them at their convenience, and sit down and talk with them about the Bridge program and all the services that Choice Home Health and Hospice offers to the community.
And your Bridge program.
And the Bridge.
And your Bridge program. Now, does the physician needs to request this and write for this, correct?
No, sir. No.
For the Bridge program?
No, not with the Bridge program, because it's a special added value service that
Okay,
we're offering.
You're offering, okay. But through the home health, they do need a home health referral.
Right.
And through, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're on home health with us, and so we are providing this. The home health case manager is going to talk with patient family about it, share some information with them, and then we'll have, you know, either a social worker, chaplain, one of the representatives within the company contact them, and we start moving forward with services that are offered through the Bridge.
Okay.
So, but a thing that we have done, though, Joe, is letting, you know, particularly the physicians, but also other healthcare professionals in the community, know about the Bridge program and what we're doing and what we're offering and what the goal and objective is with that, because no one else is really doing what we're doing in attempting to meet these patients at their point of need and making sure that they're being well taken care of.
I think to the patient, what I'm seeing is that they have choices, different, many choices through this program, and where they want to go with the services. So it's unique, very unique.
And we're going to honor their choices and meeting them at their point of need. And we're not going to seek to lead them to a particular place. We're there to support, to encourage, to help, to assist, and to guide. And where the Bridge is like it's a navigational system through healthcare and the development of their plan of care and options and choices.
I'm going to go over the team of people that work through this Bridge program, which through Choice Health Services and Hospice. It is nurses. You have nurses, LVNs, home health aides. You have physical therapists, occupational therapists.
Yep.
Physical therapy, did we mention that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you go in through the Bridge program where the social worker is coming in.
Yep.
And also now you have the spiritual counseling and like you had said, the holistic part of it. You're treating mind, body, and spirit.
Correct.
through your program and looking at a good outcome for the patient and the family.
Exactly.
Is that what the Bridge program, is that how, or do you want to give me a definition?
Yeah, well, that's the team.
Okay, that's your team.
Definitely
now,
involved that's
yes,
providing the services. But yeah, the Bridge is supportive care services from diagnoses to when the patient transitioned, but even after the services for those surviving family members. So it's to meet that patient and that family and to take that journey with them.
And navigating them through their phases.
Exactly.
And hopefully it's restorative.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
yep.
Thank you so much, Jody, for sharing the Bridge program at Choice Health Services. And,
all right, Joe.
and I hope this information comes to our public useful to them.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
God bless you, Jody. I want to thank the public for watching us today on Choices to Benefit the Aging. Please look for your Southwest Senior Program magazine to look at our weekly topics and to serve you. Also, if you have any questions about home health or hospice, you may always call me on my cell phone at 588-8382. Again, the number is 588-8382. If you have any questions about assisted living, foster homes, independent living, skilled nursing facilities, please, again, contact me at 588-8382. We appreciate you for watching us today on Choices to Benefit the Aging. God bless you.
Choices to Benefit the Aging has been brought to you by Choice Home Care and Hospice. For more information on this program, go to El Paso Southwest Senior Magazine at www.southwestsenior.com. Furniture provided by Copenhagen, 6550 North Mesa.